me, Jara. I know it has been a long time since I've done a story time, but I was sitting here in my dining room area, having me a little drink. That's why I'm next to the bar, um, doing TikToks, and a lot of the TikToks being about relationships or whatever, because it's Valentine's Day coming up, and a situation basically kept playing in my head. Like, as I'm doing these TikToks, I'm thinking about somebody. And I was like, you know what? I should definitely do a story time. So I went on my Instagram. And if you guys are not following my Instagram page, you definitely should be at Jira's underscore crazy underscore world. And I was like, I'm going to record this video. I didn't want to record it because y'all, I need to take these braids out my hair. These braids are from the cruise, and of course, I was in the beach every day and in the pool every day, so they definitely look raggedy. So I didn't want to post the video. So I was like, if I like it, I'm gonna just go ahead and post it. If not, I'm gonna do it again another day. So, anyways, if you guys seen the title, and if I am posting this draft video, it is a story time about the time that I went on a date with a drug dealer. Now, granted, I've been dying to do a whole series on like my dating life here in the DMV, because when I tell y'all it has been jacked up, it has definitely been jacked up. Like, these people have been trying me. And that's why your girl is out here still single. But I ain't mingling. Like, I'm on some chill stuff right now, because it's not giving what it should be giving in this whole dating pool. So I'm like, you know what? I must take a step back from that and just chill. So I was thinking about some situations that I've gotten myself into being on a dating scene or whatever. And this one particular situation crossed my mind, and it's funny now, but at the time it was not funny. Like, I was embarrassed for me. I was embarrassed for him. I felt bad for myself. Like, dang, am I not at the level that I think that I am? That certain people feel like it's okay that they can holler at me and try to date me. But anyways, I thought I was gonna make this video. It's gonna be raw, uncut, no edits. Except for I'm gonna edit out the first part of this video when I was singing before I sat down, because I sound horrible. But anyways, to get into this video, this happened a couple of years ago. I'm gonna say like 2018, pre-pandemic. So like 2018 or 2017, one of the two. I can't recall right now, but it was, a while ago. And I had been on a dating site. So at that time, I cannot tell you which dating site that I met him on, because I honestly have used a lot of different dating sites. Like, I've done the BLK, I've done the Tinder, I've done the OK Cupid, I've done the POF. Like, I think I done them all. Done them all, done them all. I think I've done them all. Only one I have not tried was Bumble and Hinge. And yeah, that's it. Those are the only two I have not tried yet. So I met him on one of those dating sites or whatever. And I guess we matched, but we hadn't really started communicating. Now, this is why I know, y'all know I like to drink, and I don't see nothing wrong with having a drink every now and again. But I think I have bad judgment on men when I am drinking. So I can be drunk and fully understanding what's going on around me. But I feel like when it comes to men, I kind of, I don't know. My eyes, I think my eyes just be like playing tricks on me, because I've been drunk in a couple of situations and basically gave my number or started talking to or met somebody that was definitely not in my league. Or like, I don't know, I'd be super nice. But like that, I'd be super nice. So with this certain guy, we had them matched online or whatever, but we had never started communicating. So I was going out with my girls because I remember this night, because this night I made two big mistakes. The other one, I'm gonna tell y'all about it in another story time, because that dude tried me. Like, he tried me, but I got him back at the end. But the one dude, he, I don't know. I guess he thought I was cute or whatever, which, I mean, of course, look at me, I'm beautiful. But I guess he thought he was on my level and that we should talk. So we had, like I said, we matched. So obviously I found him attractive, or I found the pictures that he posted attractive. See, and that's another thing. People be catfishing online. That's why I'm like, I've been like, stop messing with the online dating thing, because too many catfish out here. Like, you see a dude, see his pictures, and he look like he at least 6'1". Then you meet him in person, and he 5'3". Like, what is this? So, anyways, obviously, I thought he looked attractive because we matched, and I think, I don't know what site this is, but basically, we had to match in order to start communicating with each other. So we matched. I'm going out with my girls. So we're in one car. We actually went out as a group. So it was me and my girls and these two guys. And so the two guys rode in a car together. And then me and my girls rode in one of my home girls' car. They wanted all of us to ride together as one in one car, but I was not having it because the dude that was in the other car, he had done already tried me before we even got out. Like, before we left, because we all met up at my friend's house. Before we even left her house, he had done already tried me. And I was like, you know what? No, I'm not riding with him. I was like, I'll drive my own car, which everybody knows. I'm the driver of the group. I always drive because I like to drive. That way, when I'm ready to go, I can just go. So he had done tried me, so I ain't want to ride with them no more. So she was like, okay, you always drive, I'll drive. So I was like, okay. So we rode in our car, they rode in their car. And so I'm drunk by now. Before we even get out, I ain't gonna say I'm drunk. I'm gonna say I was a little tipsy because we had pre-gamed at her house, and that was the plan, to pre-game at her house before we went out. So on our way out, me and him, we messaging, talking back and forth, and he was like, "I want to hear your voice. Can I have your phone number?" So I was like, "Oh, he's saying all the right stuff." Like, I was a Gemini, he was a Gemini. I went to Miami Northwestern. He went to a school in Maryland called Northwestern. And I was just like, yo, this is fate. This is destiny. Like, this man is about to be my man. Like, everything about him, just, I thought was right. It just was right. So he wanted my number, so I gave him my number. So he calls me. As he called me, I'm in the car with my girls. So I'm like, you know how you put on that, like, hello. And so he was like, hey, how you doing? Like, this such and such. And to be honest, y'all, I do not even remember his name. And he was like, this is such and such. I just want to call and hear your voice. What you doing? Sound like you busy. I was like, yeah, me and my girls, we going out tonight. We finna have a good time. Da, da, da. He was like, okay, well, send me a picture. Let me see what you got on. Like, this and that. So back then, this couple years ago, I was not small, but still a little bit way lighter than I am now. So I had on some booty shorts, y'all. Like, when I say booty shorts, and if I can find a picture, I'm gonna post it. I had on some booty shorts, a see-through shirt, and I had on an oversized jean jacket. And so my shoes, I had on sneakers, but the sneakers matched the shirt, and like the whole shirt was see-through, except for it was like roses right here on the breast part, so you can't see like the nipple thing. But I had on the bra, so whatever. So I sent him a picture. He like, oh dang, and I had on red lipstick too. So I'm getting sexy. I had some bundles in my hair. So he was like, okay, you look good. Da, 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 da. So I was like, oh, thank you. So I'm like, yeah, but I'm gonna hit you up when we, get home tonight, and or when I leave from the club, or hit you up tomorrow. He said, okay, cool. So after I left the club, we're texting, not much, because it was a whole situation happening after the club. Like, we went to one club, we left that club, went to another club. They wasn't feeling it, was ready to go. We ended up basically leaving DC all in all that night. Way before I was ready to go home. And then a whole situation happened with a friend of mine, an ex friend of mine, and it just went downhill from there. So by the time I got home, a whole nother situation happened. I was just ready to go to sleep. I was just ready to go to sleep. So I get home, go to sleep, wake up the next morning. He texts me good morning. Y'all know how the good morning texts be like, oh, he thought about me. He was thinking about me. He texts me good morning. Blah, blah, blah. I'm so over good morning texts, especially if they don't follow with any content afterwards. So, anyways, at that time I was still on them good morning texts. So he texted me good morning. So we were talking, and he was like, I want to take you out. So I said, okay. So prior to that, of course, we playing 21 questions on the phone before I even go out with him, asking him all these questions like, do you work? Where do you work? This and that and third. Do you drink? Do you smoke? And, common questions. So he told me he had a job. I forgot where he said he worked, but he had a job. He worked. He told me he don't really drink like that. Y'all know I'm a drinker. And he was like, he more of a smoker. And I mean, I don't judge anybody. I ain't gonna drop the blunt out your hand long as you don't take the glass out of mine. So I was like, okay, And so I asked him something about weed. I don't know what it was, but he was just like, a lot of people be coming to him for weed. He was like, he don't sell weed, but a lot of people come to him about it because he knows where to get it. He knows where like to get the good stuff from and da da da. Which I was like, okay, understandable, because I know a lot of people like that. Just like, if you knew the town, or you got your person that gonna get you a deal on something, or that's got something good, like you want to go to that person that oh, he got good stuff. Let me go to him, and let me hook up my friends with the person that I know. So I'm like, okay, cool, understand. So he was like, I want to take you out. So I said, okay. So he was like, but I don't have a car, which is another normal thing in DMV. A lot of people don't drive. A lot of people don't have cars. So he was like, so can we go somewhere that's in my area and I can meet you there, like Uber there? And so I said, okay. So he was like, he lived in Greenbelt, Maryland, which is a little ways from me. But I was like, down to go, because we had been talking every day on the phone. His vibe just was right. Like, he was just so cool. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and give this a chance and see what happens. Yeah. So, Tuesday comes, because we went out on a Tuesday. Never forget. We went out on a Tuesday. Tuesday come, I get to the restaurant. Now, one thing about me, when I was in the dating scene, and I was back in the days, and I was like dating consistently, anytime I went out on a date, no matter where a guy took me, it could be to the movies, out to eat, to a club, whatever he took me, I wore high heels. That just was me. I just felt like I want to respect you and your time, and let you know, like, I'm really into this, or like I'm making an effort. So I want to, I dress up, I do my makeup, I wear heels, I look nice. I get there. Now, mind y'all, we just went to TGI Fridays. Nothing fancy or whatever. TGI Fridays. But like I said, I'm going to respect you and your time and let you know, like, I'm feeling you. So I felt like I should have put some effort into how I look for our date. Did that. I'm dressed up nice. Not overdressed, but dressed nice for TGI Fridays. I have my little wedge heels going on. I'm cute. That's all I had to say. I was cute. So he pulls up, y'all. He got on a shirt, some jeans, some sneakers, average man stuff. But his shirt was wrinkled. His jeans were wrinkled. He was short, which I like short guys. But he just wasn't cute. I'm gonna be like, y'all, he just wasn't cute at all. So I'm like, hey, how you doing? You know, introduced myself in person, and we go into the restaurant, and he basically was like, order whatever you want, you know. Like I said, he didn't drink, but I ordered me a drink or whatever. We both ordered food. He was like, whatever you want to eat. He was like, if you want dessert, you know, da da da. So I ordered my food, all that. Ordered a drink. So we talking. Conversation is still good, but now physically, I'm not into him. I don't think he's cute. I don't like him. But I'm gonna respect the fact that he took me out on a date. So I'm gonna be respectful of the date and be nice to him because his face wasn't ugly. Just his presentation wasn't good. And I was just like, you know, that's something that I can probably, if we mesh and we get together, I can help him out with that. You know, there's nothing wrong with helping your partner out with something like physical or materialistic or something like that. So the way to come by, she give us the check, whatever. So she hands him the check. Of course, he look at it. He like, okay, you know, cause mind y'all, I like to eat, so I don't know what I had, but it was an expensive dish. I think I would have done steak or something. I don't know. And I had like two drinks, cause I needed two drinks to get through that date to keep looking at him in front of me. So afterwards, he get the bill, y'all. This man pulls out a wad of money, wad of cash. It's like ones and fives, and y'all, the money smelled like straight weed. Like, why your money smell like weed? Why you don't have a wallet? Why you don't have a debit card? Those are the things that were playing in my head at the time, but I ain't say nothing to him. I'm just looking like, did this man just really put out a wall of cash out his pocket that smell like marijuana? The girl come back to the table. She takes the money and she smells it. Like, you can tell she smells it because you can see it on her face. Like, I was embarrassed. Honestly, I was so embarrassed. I'm like, this dude done lied to me. So now I'm mad because now I feel like you lied to me. Like, you're a drug dealer. So after it was over, we went and sat in my car and talked. And I was like, do you sell drugs? I asked you, you know, did you sell drugs? You said you didn't. But I really think you sell drugs. Like, why you got that kind of cash toting around and why your money smell like that? Oh no, I don't believe in banks. That killed me. I don't really believe in banks, and you know, my money smelled like that because I smoke and it was in my pocket and I had weed in my pocket. And so that's probably why it smelled like that. It's no biggie, you know, da da da. I'm like, okay. So after that, I was just like, okay, well, you know, it was nice meeting you, you know, dinner was nice, you seem cool, you know, da da da. But I'm gonna head home now. So he was like, okay. So he gave me a hug. That's it. It was a little, I gave him a little hug and I left. And so in my mind, driving back home is like a 40-minute drive from there. In my mind, I'm like, something ain't right. This boy, he definitely sells drugs and I'm never going on a date with him again. So fast forward Wednesday, the day after the date, he texts me, asked me how I was doing, saying like, oh, you're even more beautiful in person, and you're such a good girl, you're such a nice person, da da da. So I asked him, I said, so what happened to your last relationship? Like, why you single? You know, because I was like, you know, I'm going to still talk to him, give him a chance, but I know I don't like him like that, so I don't know how I'm going to play this out, but I'm going to gradually remove myself from the situation. So I was like, so what happened to your last girlfriend? Like, why you single? Why y'all not together no more? He was like, basically, she cheated on him. Pause. When men say women cheated on them, I don't know why. Because women cheat. Women do cheat. But I just be feeling like they lying. And I be feeling like they're the ones that cheated and got caught, and that's why they're single. Um, but I digress because, like I said, women can cheat. But I just certain people that be saying that they be the ones that be doing the cheating. That's why I don't trust them. But anyway, back to the story. So he said she cheated on him or whatever, and then two, that she was just using him for money. Now he, I ain't knocking nobody, nobody at all. But he has a high school diploma. The job he told me he had was just like a regular job. It wasn't something, because I know a lot of people with high school diplomas, but they also have trades, or they've been with a company so long that they've worked their way up to the top of that company, things like that. So you can definitely have just a high school diploma and be very successful and be on top. And I've seen it happen. But you say you've been working wherever you was working at for a couple of months. You only have a high school diploma. It wasn't like a job that I know make good money. You don't have a car. You don't have your own place. You still stay at home with your family, your mother and your siblings or whatever. So obviously that job is not adequate enough for you to be independent. So I'm like, okay, she using you for money, but you making, in my head, I'm like, I don't know how much you making, but in my head, I'm like, you making $10 an hour. How is she using you for money? So I'm like, oh, okay, da da da. So we talking. So I'm barely like, I'm not texting him back like how I was texting him back before. Like before, I used to be like, as soon as he texts, I'm texting him back. He called, I'm answering the phone. Like we talking all night, like we in high school, da da da. Like talking on the phone all night. That eased up. I slowed down on that. So then he was like, I want to see you again. So I was like, okay. He was like, can I come see you? I was like, you can come to me, but you can't come to my house. And he was like, okay, I understand. I respect that. So I'm like, okay, how about, because the last time, was a whole day. He spent a lot of money. Well, not a lot of money, but a lot of money to be spending on a stranger. How I feel about dating. So I was like, and like I tell people all the time, when you date, that does not mean you have to go to the most expensive restaurant. That does not mean you even have to go to a restaurant. That don't mean you even have to spend money. If you want to just meet the person in real life, like outside of the phone or the app or wherever y'all met at, you can go out on a date that's cheap or free. So I'm like, I knew I wasn't feeling him no more at this point. I felt like he was a drug dealer, and I did not want any dealings with that because I can't surround myself with that type of behavior or that type of person because of where I am in my life and in my career right now. So I was like, okay. So I said, how about we go to Cold Stones and go have some ice cream? Like, who don't want to eat ice cream? Like, it's ice cream. And it's Cold Stones. I love Cold Stones. So he was like, okay, cool. I gave him the address to the Cold Stones. Y'all, like, when I give people addresses to meet me somewhere, it entails the entire address along with the city, state, and zip code. Yet again, he doesn't have a car. And he wasn't taking an Uber. His friend was dropping him off. Y'all, it took the friend like 2 hours to find a freaking Cold Stones. 2 hours. They was at the wrong place the first time. It was just a mess. It was a mess. 2 hours. We get there. Mind you, this date happened on a Thursday, which was the Thursday following the Tuesday that we had already had the date. He gets there, y'all. He gets out the car. He has on that same wrinkled shirt and them same wrinkled jeans that he had on Tuesday. I ain't judging. I ain't judging. I ain't judging. So I don't know your situation. I don't know what happened. So I'm like, okay, cool. Y'all, he comes to give me a hug. And the pits of his arms smelled like onion garlic powder mixed with spoiled milk, cottage cheese, diapers, dirty diapers at that. This man was so stank, y'all, and so musty. You hadn't taken a bath in 2 days. You couldn't have taken a bath in 2 days. You couldn't have smelling like that. You ain't worked today. Why you so stank? I was just at that point, I knew from the depths of my heart, I was done with this man. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be honest to you and be upfront in your face. This ain't gonna work out. I was like, it's not gonna work out. I thought, I tried, I did. It ain't gonna work out. I was like, it ain't gonna work out. I thought I was ready to move on and start back dating, but I don't think I'm there yet. I don't think I'm there. He was like, oh man, I'm so sorry. I really liked you and I want to see where this went. And yeah, y'all. Him being musty was the icing on the cake. But really, it was because you sell drugs. I know dope boys. I grew up in Overtown. It's drug boys everywhere in Overtown. They ain't got nowhere to stay. They own the block all day, all night. They carry around wads of money like that. They is the person to come to for the weed because they know where to get the weed from because they the one selling the weed. You sell drugs. And not only do you sell drugs, you lied to me about it. Then you're showing up on your second date with your outfit from your first date and you ain't take no bath and you're musty and you stink and you try to hug me. I just felt disrespected. I felt so disrespected. I was like, you know what? Yeah. Y'all, after that, and then his friends, like, they had to come back and pick him up, so I gotta sit there with you. Ugh. Then he kept trying to, like, touch me. Like, my skin was cringing. Like, he kept trying to touch me, like, touch my arm and stuff, y'all. I was just, like, over it. I was like, no. Hurry up. I was like, Lord, please let his friends hurry up and come and get him because I don't want him touching me. I was just like, Lord, it's just, why me? Like, I was like, why me? Why me? Like, my dating life sucks. The dating scene sucks. Like, especially here, it sucks. Like, he definitely probably was a nice person, definitely was cool, but our lives are on two different pages right now, and I cannot. I could not. I could not. I could not do it. I was just like, nah, buddy. After that, I ended up having to block him because he just couldn't take no for an answer. He still was trying to text me and be my friend. I was like, nah. Then I even lied and told the boy that me and my ex got back together, and he was still texting me after that. I don't know, he crazy. But anyways, yeah, that's the story about the time that I went on a date with a drug dealer. Like, I don't think I'm the drug dealer type of girl. Like, if I dated a drug, like, I wouldn't even date a drug dealer. You can't even be a drug dealer and try to date me. You got to be the boss. Like, you got to be the one that don't get your hands dirty. You got to be the one having people work for you, not you out there doing the work. And like, you can't be the one that be standing on the corner all day, all night, trying to sell this stuff. Like, you got to be the one that come when it's collection time. It's come to collect the money and go about your business. You got to be the one driving a nice car, like, with the nice stuff. Like, I don't know. Drug dealers, nah, that ain't my life. And maybe some of them other little young girls, maybe he should have definitely tried somebody like 21, 22. Cause yeah, they like that kind of stuff. That kind of stuff excites them. Me, not at all. But anyways, yeah, so that's the time that I Went on a date with a drug dealer. If you guys want to hear more of my horror stories, because that's exactly what they are, freaking horror stories of dates, let me know. Go ahead. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to do better at posting more. I just started. It's 2022. Hopefully this year, I was so busy last year and I just had so much going on personally. But hopefully this year I can post more. I can post more content, more story times. Like I got to the point where I used to want to like build to my story times and I was like, no, forget it. I mean, if it happened, it happened. If I'm embarrassed, I'm embarrassed. Like, oh well, going on. Cause somebody know about it, and I might as well tell y'all, cause y'all gonna eventually find out anyways. But anyways, yeah. So that, and then the whole vlogging situation, y'all. I got this huge trip coming up in the summertime. I'm trying to go to Spain, so I've been making steps to that. But yeah. And until then, y'all make sure y'all follow me also on TikTok at Jira underscore crazy underscore world. Like I got like 16K followers, but I need more. I need more. I need like my TikTok to take off. Just like I need my YouTube to take off. Like y'all share, like, comment, subscribe, and send my stories to y'all friends. Send my vlogs to y'all friends. Comment, tell me like, oh, have you ever been this place? What's your experience? I'll share my experience with y'all. Like, I'm here to help. But y'all don't be wanting my help. But it's Friday. It's a slow day. I had time today. So bottoms up. Cheers.